Hello everybody, welcome to episode 25 of Katawa Shoujo. Sorry how I left it last time, but I felt like if I went too far, it felt like it was coming to an end, but yeah. Anyway, let's get straight back into it because Lily's looking like she's leaving. Literally the chapter's called Farewell. Anyway, I'm sorry also, by the way, for the couple of days that there hasn't been any videos. I've just been packed. My days have just been packed doing stuff, so I'll pace slows. The two of us coming to a halt in the all but empty school gardens. Hisao, is something that... Lily's words are cut short as I turn and wrap my arms around her, pulling her tight. I may not usually be given to such impulsive actions, but I just want to be close to her, even if it's the last time I'll be able to. All the other students have retreated to their dormitories and homes, only the ruffling of leaves in the breeze making any sound whatsoever. Oh. As I draw back, I can see she has dropped her carefully maintained smile. Her hand hesitates, wanting neither to leave nor to stay on my features. She is putting up a brave show, but her slight trembling gives her away. Lily may be able to control herself well, but even she can't hold her composure together now. This is the woman I've come to love, but also the one who, in all too short of a time, will leave the country forever. I'm sorry, Hisao. It's okay. You've got your own life to lead, after all. Oh, that was very sudden. We walk up the hallway in the girls' dormitories, hand in hand, our emotions by now largely quelled. Nevertheless, our hands grip each other's much more tightly than before. I've been through this. It's not nice. Faint, muffled voices can be heard from Lily's room, the origins of which aren't difficult to guess. Oh. The moment she opens the door, Hanako bursts through and wraps her arms around Lily, taking her very obviously by surprise. Lily! Lily! Hanako? I'm going to miss you, Lily. As expected, she's on the verge of tears. Lily gently rubs Hanako's hair with her hand in response, then pulls back and gives a warm, reassuring smile. Looking beyond Hanako, Akira can be seen getting up from the side of Lily's bed and scratching her head. Her eyes turn from Lily and Hanako to me, a stilted, weak smile hanging on her face. I tried to return a more genuinely happy look, but the result is probably just the same. So, everything set? Managed to hold back from killing Shizune? The comment draws an amused giggle from her sister. Yes, I have everything in order. Yes, I managed not to. Have you packed everything you need? Got the 2 bags right here. There's still some stuff left at Hakamichi's home. I can pick that up while we wait there for tomorrow's evening's flight, though. Akira gives the 2 large black travelling bags on the floor a hearty pat. She probably came to help pack and make sure everything was in order on Lily's end before going together with her. Lily, will you be okay over there? I'll be alright, assure you. I have Akira looking after me as well. You know that she's reliable. But... Don't worry, Hanako. I have your phone number after all, so we can stay in touch. With Akira's help, I could send you things over the internet as well. Hey, don't just use me because you won't learn how to use a computer. Hanako and Lily both giggle briefly, mood lightening ever so slightly. Goes for you too, Hisao. I promise I'll contact you once I'm in Scotland. I know. I'll be looking forward to it. Her offer may be kind, but we both know that this is tantamount to breaking up. Neither of us has any illusions as to how well we'd manage a long-distance relationship. With nary a word of prompting, 4 of us begin the long, solemn walk to the school gate. It's so sad. The numerous lamps scattered around Yamaku grounds fail to do much more than provide pinpoints of light in an otherwise dense darkness. A car parked on the road just out the school grounds comes into view, its shiny black exterior reflecting the dimly lit lamps of Yamaku. I call out to Akira in an effort to alleviate a bit a bit the heavy atmosphere. Are we gonna have like a heart problem? Like when she says bye for the final time? Is that your car? What kind is it? Don't know much about cars, do you? It's a Lancer Evo. Solid and speedy. Mitsubishi Evo. Well, it's not as if her comment on my knowledge is off the mark. I've never really taken an interest in them. She gives a small sigh. She's been good. Pity you have to part with her tomorrow. Just like the summer house. You guys were the last to visit it before it changed hands. Turning back from my rather faulty attempt at small talk, I glance at Hanako and Lily, following behind us. Oh. By rights, Hanako should be leading Lily, but it's rather definitely the other way around as she clings tightly to Lily's arm. It's a depressing sight. So, I guess this is it. Indeed. Although the time for everyone to say their farewells is now, nobody really wants to take the first step. It's as if it's as if the longer nobody speaks, the better the chances of them simply not leaving. Lily, do you really have to go? I'm sorry, Hanako. I won't be leaving you forever, though. I can still call you. Hisao will still be here as well. I nod, but Hanako just clutches all the tighter to Lily's arm. Spending so long without anyone to call family, it must be excruciating to have to say goodbye to the one person that was as close to a mother as anyone could have been in their life. Lily lets out a long, sad breath. All Akira and I can really do is stand by quietly on the sidelines, since the only person that can solve this would be Lily herself. Eventually, Lily pulls her arm from Yanako's grip and holds both of her shoulders gently. A much more decisive way of address than I've ever seen Lily take with her. Hanako, remember when we first met? When you entered my room for the first time after overhearing my consoling of a friend, didn't say a single word for the entire night. Even as I poured you tea and talked, you sat silently, simply listened to what I said. It took many quiet meetings like that before you began to open up to me. But as you began to, I felt some of the happiest moments I've ever felt. I didn't become your friend because I pitied you, Hanako. I became your friend because I knew you were not hiding just from me, from everyone. Your ambitions, personality, interests, tastes, I didn't know any of them, and neither did anybody else. As you showed yourself to me, though, I began to realize the person that you were. I am sure that our meeting was a very special moment. But Lily cuts her words short as she brings her hand to Hanako's head and brushes her bangs to the side, gently pressing her lips to Hanako's forehead. She pulls her head back, leaving Hanako all but speechless and her eyes moist. Lily beams a wide smile. I believe you are a very beautiful person, Hanako. I am certain that you will become a strong and confident woman. You are a very dear friend and someone whom I love very much. Just like Hisao, never forget you for as long as I live. You may be leaving, but you have your own life here to lead. Just as I do, you have your own friends and hobbies and your own hopes after graduation. I want you to devote yourself to them, even after I'm not around anymore. That is why I think you will be okay. As you are your own self, your own life. You yourself proved that to me. Hanako lowers her head in embarrassment, but nods as she does so. I understand. I know I have to say goodbye. I know you have to go on your way. But thank you, Lily, for everything. Thank you, Hanako. Will you be okay? There are a few seconds of silence before the answer comes. I will. Lily smiles, undoubtedly, at least partly in relief. Makes me very happy then. Goodbye. Goodbye, Lily. Oh, no. Farewell to you too. To you as well, Hisao. Bye. I'll miss you. Pauses for a moment before walking up to me. Her right hand, outstretched in front of her, takes a hold of my shoulder. Left hand slowly and daintily reaches towards my face, taking my cheek in her palm. For a while she simply holds my face, her fingers just slightly moving to take in its contours. Usually her hand would be warm when doing such a thing, but the night's air has given her skin a cool edge. I'm not sure how long we stay like this. Her clouded eyes pointed just below my own as she wears a wistful, almost distant smile. Eventually, though, I take her cold hand in mine. It's difficult to do so, but with a slight sigh, I gently remove her hand from me. I hope you have a long and happy life, Lily, no matter where you go. Thank you. I'll make sure to. She doesn't seem that regretful, does she? Takes a long, trembling breath before turning slightly towards Akira's direction. Akira. Okay. With a nod, she takes Lily's hand and begins to guide her to the car parked outside the gates. They both walk slowly and deliberately, as if their movements have been rehearsed in advance. Strange to feel like this now, watching somebody leave Yamaku. The feeling of unease I have now reminds me of the first time I walked through those black wrought iron gates that always looked far too pompous for what they were. As they leave, all of us know full well that our lives are irreversibly changing. I always told myself that I just have to take life as it comes, but everything's changing so fast, so suddenly. In the end, Lily's an irreplaceable part of the lives of both Hanako and me. The noise of Akira opening the passenger door for Lily brings me out of my thoughts, her hand waving back as Lily gets in. See you guys. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye, Hanako. Goodbye, Hisao. Hanako's hand quickly shoots up, her face brightened by her enthusiastic farewell. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye. See you, Akira. And goodbye, Lily. Door shuts as we all put our best happy farewell faces on our best happy farewell faces. Akira getting in the car herself and starting it up in short measure. Lily's hand can just be seen waving through the tinted windows, both of our hands waving high as well. This is every other time I've done such things. I can't quite work out precisely why I or Hanako waved to her, given that she'd never see us doing so. But it doesn't matter. Even after that black, shiny car goes down the hill and disappears into the dark night, we carry on waving and seeing Akira and Lily off. Then, they're gone. Strange stillness takes over as our hands return to our sides. I don't quite know what I should do or how I should feel. In the end, we just stand there silently staring down at where the car disappeared from sight. Goodbye, Lily. All I can do in response to her quiet, mournful goodbye is to place a hand on her shoulder. She looks at me for a few moments before looking back down the hill, secure in the knowledge that I'm still around for her. What we'll do from now doesn't seem all that uncertain. We all have our own ambitions now, just as Lily said. But even so, it feels like there's a certain missing part in both of our lives now. Something that can never be replaced. Is we finished? God damn it! Oh. I don't know how I feel about that ending, lads and ladies. I don't know how I feel about that ending. After, I mean, I get it. She's like... She doesn't like showing her emotions, but she didn't feel... It didn't feel like she actually gave a hoot about us, pardon the pun, as she was leaving. Interesting. I feel like there's a lot of questions that haven't been answered, you know? Let's see if there's anything extra. I doubt it. I don't think there normally is in these things. I feel incomplete. I don't feel like... Oh, that's it. I mean, it's really sad, you know, and I've gone through that myself, but the time I went through that, it was so much more traumatic than that. You know? I think getting deep with burning oil, but when that happened to me and a friend, we were having a long distance relationship. We'd known each other close, but we'd been close local, but then we had to move away, and we tried to have a long distance relationship, and it didn't work out, and we had to have a talk, kind of like Lily and Hisao did before she went. But we had to have a talk about, like, we can't afford, you know. I mean, Lily shouldn't be an issue with, you know. Her family's got so much money, you know, but, you know, which they are quite evidently happy to just throw at you. But yeah, like, we couldn't afford to see each other, and then I said, you know, we can't. I mean, I was the instigator, and it was simply because I didn't want to be hurt no more. It was simply because I didn't want to be hurt no more. And that was the last ever, and that was 5 years ago. It was the last ever long-distance relationship I ever had. Because they are hard, and you need money. And, yeah. But what I've learned since then is that, like, if I spoke about it 3 years ago, I'd probably be bubbling up now and crying, but what I've learned since then is that relationships, like, when you're young, you know, you think it's everything, you know, you think having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend, husband or wife, is the be-all and end-all. You know, that is what we're programmed to do. We're programmed to make babies and then, like, live our lives, be happy with a family, but that isn't what it's about. It is about enjoying yourself for you, creating a legacy under your name, right? Eventually, people will be attracted to that, whether they be male or female. People do get attracted to that, and you know, men or women will just come. They will just come if you practice improving yourself. You know, you don't need to go out there and look. You don't need to go out there and but that's what I've learned anyways. You know, as I used to be so intent, and a lot of people, you know, and people who watch this might think as well, you know, that having a relationship is the be all and end all. You know, it's great having a relationship, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. You know, every relationship I've had, which hasn't been many, I've had about 6 or 7. You know, well, yeah, it's been 7, yeah. Everyone has been great. You know, there's always been good times, and I always hold on to those good times. I never focus on the bad times because, you know, it's just path on the course when it comes to those kind of things. Yeah, I got to that age now, or rather, I've matured enough now that, you know, that isn't what you want, but it's what you want, but it's not even second priority. It's like 5th, 6th priority, because you gotta look after yourself. You gotta take responsibility for the living space you're in. You gotta give a hoot about the people around you, right? And then kind of the rest of life just kind of falls in place after that. I imagine this is what this game is trying to tell you, is that, or rather that ending is trying to tell you, is that even though it didn't really make much sense, because Lily halfway through was always saying that she would love to teach there. She would love to teach in Japan, you know, English. So it didn't really make much sense, and she made the choice to go. So I'm kind of mad at Lily's character. It doesn't make much sense, and I think Hisao could have been angrier. But I mean, what's great is that there was not really any tragedy. If somebody had broken up with me like that, right? Then this may sound heartless, but I wouldn't give a damn. It was just the way she just fobs you off, you know? I know it's because, oh, she doesn't wear her emotions on her sleeve, but she does with Hisao. That's what we've been following through the entire series. That she has been wearing her emotions on her sleeve. She just said goodbye, and then she went. Akira seemed more like sympathetic towards the cause than Lily did. I felt worse for Hanako than I did for our relationship, for Hisao's and Lily's relationship. Kind of sad now that we chose Lily to go with. I just felt it fell a bit short there. Yeah. Anyway, I've spoken for quite a long time. I know I love the journey. Like, the journey was great. There wasn't too many curveballs. I think if I got a few more curveballs, like the heart attacks, the potential heart attacks rather, were scary, right? But I was expecting a little bit more. But I'd just come out of playing Doki Doki Lit Club, so that's probably why. But yeah, I don't think, because I like to stay true to the first playthrough of something like this, I don't think we're gonna play the other scenarios, the other four scenarios, right? We are going to... No, I think there might be 6. I don't know. But we're not going to play that because, for one, it would take a long time, and you guys have seen a lot of double dialogue. You would see a lot of like repeats, and it would just be me just getting through dialogue simply because I want to get to a certain story hook, and that wouldn't be very interesting to watch, I don't think. So instead of what I'll do is I will just Wikipedia up, and I'll look at what the eventual story is, the story hooks of the different characters. But give me a sec here. I'm just gonna look at something, because I think we're next playing Everlasting Summer, which is meeting Semyon, the game's main character. You would have never paid attention to him, just an ordinary young man with thousands, even hundreds of thousands of those like him in every ordinary city. One day, something completely unusual happens. Okay, so we're going to be playing Everlasting Summer next. Thanks to Jake / the Pugtator / Pugtato. Right, and for recommending this to me. And thanks to all of you guys who have been commenting as well. Giving me loads of feedback about the game. Thank you so much. If you want to know my opinion on the other, or if you want to like spoil like the other stories, please do it in this comment section, right? Because most likely I'll allow it, right? Because most likely if people get to this point, they've watched, or they probably want to go play, and they probably won't watch the comment section anyway, So, but if you want to like just tell me, or you want to discuss with each other what happens, right, then go ahead. I'm completely fine with that. Yeah, but guys, if I was gonna rate this game, this visual novel, and this is really weird, it's like so 90s to rate stuff, but if I was gonna rate this game from the 2 visual novels I've played, Doki Doki being the pinnacle currently, right? Because of that playthrough, I'd give it... I give it a 6. A 6.8 out of 10. 6.8 out of 10, yeah. I'd give it. I think all my reasons behind not giving it more or going less is I've already described all that. But yeah, guys, this is the end of Katawa Shoujo. 25 episodes. I thought it was going to go on a little bit longer, but I'm not going to go on any more about that. If you have any positive or negative comments to make, please let me know so I can improve on my videos. And if you want to help me out, give a like and share. If you want other people to watch, have their opinions about this, if you want the channel to grow, help me out as well. please, yeah, just give it like and share and stuff. And if you have any other recommendations, so we're playing Everlasting Summer next. That's Everlasting Summer. If you have any other recommendations on any other visual novels to play, please let me know, and I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, I'm going to look to see if there are any other ones as well. I don't know how long Everlasting Summer is. I don't know how big it is at all. So, yeah. It looks. I like its art style, though. It's pretty cool. It's very 90s anime, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, guys, I will see you in the next visual novel. I've been out. Now I am out. Rip Hisao X Billy. Goodbye.